You think cruise ships are paradise. Endless food, glowing sunsets, smiling crew. But behind that calm surface is a hidden world built on quiet systems, rules, protocols, and split-second decisions that passengers were never meant to see. From the moment you board, you're already part of a machine. That friendly embarkation photo? It doesn't just sell souvenirs, it feeds the ship's facial recognition grid, so security knows who skipped muster and staff can greet you by name before you've learned theirs. Your key card logs every door you open. Your Wi-Fi pings your location. Your drink orders whisper your habits. They call it guest experience. You could call it control. Here's the truth. Tickets keep ships full, but profits live in your behavior. Lighting runs cooler near bars to nudge you toward another round. Music shifts tempo through the day. Brisk and bright when they want energy. Slow and warm when they want you docile and lingering. Even hallway scents are tuned to make you relax near shops. You're not being manipulated aggressively. You're being guided gently, all day long. Wait till you notice your cabin. You think it's a private cocoon. The ship treats it like a safety zone with boundaries and sensors. If you open your balcony door and your cabin door at the same time, you create a wind tunnel that can slam the interior door hard enough to bruise a hand or shatter a glass. When that pressure alarm trips, a quiet message pops on a screen you'll never see. And someone in a corridor you'll never enter starts walking toward your deck. Below your feet, life runs on a different map. The crew highway, long, narrow, fluorescent, nicknamed the I-95, threads through the ship like an artery. Laundry carts, food trolleys, toolbox kits, and 100 accents move there in silence. It's the reason public spaces look effortless. Everything messy happens out of sight, down a door labeled crew only that you pass a dozen times without seeing. Your steward doesn't just make beds, they're trained observers. Every visit is a micro-safety audit. No candles, no irons, no rogue power bars. If they spot a risk, it's logged, because a small mistake in one cabin can become a big emergency in a vertical city at sea. You'll get a polite note. They'll get a record with their name on it. Everyone understands the stakes. Here's a quieter secret. Unlimited drink packages aren't limitless. Each pour runs through measured spouts. Order too fast, and your account gets a soft check that you'll never notice. Order too slowly, and you're statistically less profitable, so you'll see more cheerful prompts, frozen specials, souvenir cups, 2-for-1 clocks. The bar is friendly. The math is relentless. And when the ship's Wi-Fi crawls at sunset, it isn't an accident. Passenger bandwidth yields to ship bandwidth, security feeds, theater queues, casino systems, crew comms. Your video call can wait. 1,000 moving parts can't. Still think announcements are just friendly updates? Listen closely. Technical issue can mean anything from an engine hiccup to a medical evacuation. The language is engineered to keep calm on open decks. It works. The pool stays full. The show starts on time. And below the stage, someone you'll never meet is fixing the problem in a room you'll never see. Here's a reset. If something serious happens, the first call isn't always the Coast Guard. It's legal. Flags of convenience, Bahamas, Panama, Liberia, mean jurisdiction can twist like a wake at night. Company protocols decide the opening moves, document, contain, then alert. You feel only the smoothest version because panic is expensive and precision is priceless. You notice the lights dim around 11 p.m.? That's not ambiance. It's a circadian nudge that says, finish your drink, head to bed. As the hallway hush settles, crews sweep in like a tide. Vacuum lines, squeegee arcs, staged resets, resetting a city before dawn. When you wake, everything looks always perfect, because a night shift worked a choreography you never felt. Crew life happens 2 decks down and a world away. 2 bunks, 1 desk, a curtain for privacy, photos taped near the mirror. Contracts run 6 to 10 months, 12-hour days common. Smiles compulsory. A birthday cake appears at 00:15 in the crew mess, cut with a plastic knife. Someone FaceTimes home from a narrow stairwell with better signal. Homesickness rides the air like salt, and tomorrow still starts at 6. Yet the pride is real. A dishwasher sends money to 3 generations. A room steward pays a sibling's tuition. A line cook learns knife work fast enough to get promoted by summer. These stories don't show up in brochures, but they power every perfect dinner you post on Instagram. Those doors you pretend not to notice, the unmarked gray ones near stair landings. Behind them are pantries, ladder wells, linen rooms, alarm panels. A ship is a stack of secrets designed for efficiency. You see a dining room with candlelight. 20 meters away, a stainless steel labyrinth roars at 400 plates a minute. The distance between illusion and machinery is a single bulkhead. Emergency codes exist, so you keep calm while a plan snaps into motion. Alpha is medical. Bravo is fire. Oscar is man overboard. If you hear them at all, you've already missed the most important part. The first 30 seconds when trained hands moved without asking permission. The rest of the show is clean up. And yes, small fires happen. The ship calls them incidents. Sprinkle heads pop. Fire doors seal. Vent fans shift. Someone in coveralls checks a gauge you'll never learn the name of. By breakfast, the phrase "all systems normal" is perfectly true. It just took 100 tiny victories to make it that way. Now focus on the places designed to feel generous. Jewelry raffles, spa flash sales, shore day discounts. The timing isn't random. Algorithms nudge offers when the ship senses a lull, the day after formal night, the hour after a late port return, the midweek sea day when everyone needs a pick-me-up. You feel lucky. The system feels efficient. Watch the buffet like a map of intention. Stations curve to slow you near the costly items. Plates are slightly smaller at lunch, so seconds feel harmless, and desserts look enormous. Crew refresh high-margin trays where the line bottlenecks, not where traffic is thin. You're not being tricked. You're being shepherded. There's a difference. One insults you. The other just moves you along. Privacy is real, but it's protected by prevention more than secrecy. Thermal cameras sweep outer decks at night to spot heat patterns near railings. Door peepholes can be compromised from the hallway, which is why some seasoned cruisers carry a simple cover. Portable wedge locks give you extra calm when you sleep. The line won't tell you to bring them. The crew will quietly smile if you do. Here's a human truth under all the tech. The staff remember the passengers who see them. A thank you on day 1, a small envelope day 2, a clear request day 3. Your room becomes a priority in a way the app can't replicate. Respect travels faster below deck than gossip, and it pays you back in fresh towels and solved problems. The ship also protects you from yourself. Vacuum toilets hate anything not designed to vanish on impact. One wrong flush backs a line for half a deck and sends a maintenance team into a crawl space that feels like a metal throat. The sign on the wall isn't nagging. It's a lesson someone paid for last cruise. Ever wonder why you rarely see trash? A waste plant lives inside the ship like a mechanical stomach. Grinders, separators, compactors. What can be recycled is baled. What can be incinerated waits for port rules. Food waste becomes a slurry with rules so strict, a chef can recite them half asleep. The ocean outside looks untouched because a small city inside is constantly, obsessively processing itself. And the theater? It's a control room in disguise. Light cues and audio timelines weave with stabilizer data so dancers don't leap on a swell. A backstage crew runs on hand signals and stopwatch habits. When a performer bows, a deck officer somewhere glances at a vibration reading, "The audience will never know exists." Applause has a safety plan. Security stays polite by being everywhere. Plainclothes staff walk like guests, but radio like professionals. 2 decks up, a small room watches 15 angles and drinks black coffee. They're not there to ruin vacations. They're there so kids find parents fast and drunks find beds faster. You'll never know their names. That means they did the job. Now the part that changes how you see the whole trip. A cruise ship isn't just a hotel that floats. It's a legal patchwork moving through invisible borders. Labor comes from one country, the flag from another, the passengers from 10 more. When something serious happens, truth has to travel through law before it reaches a microphone. That lag is not always a cover-up. Sometimes it's the only way to make facts stick. And yet, for all the systems and scripts, the most powerful force on board is still human. A line cook plating salmon at midnight hums the same chorus every shift. A cabin steward places a towel animal because your kid lit up yesterday. A bartender remembers you take your espresso neat and your water with ice because noticing you is a craft like any other at sea. Here's the quietest secret. The magic isn't fake. It's built. It's built by hands that mop at 2 a.m., by crew who trade sleep for sunrise, by officers who read weather like a second language. The illusion isn't that the ship is perfect. The illusion is that perfection is easy. So when lights dim and the ocean turns black-blue and endless, you feel safe because 1,000 little controls are humming in the dark. Doors you can't open, screens you can't see, drills you'll never attend. All of it happens so you can sip something cold and say, "This is heaven." You won't be told most of this. You're not supposed to worry about air pressure or facial scans or the layout of a crew highway. You're supposed to dance at the sail-away party and cheer at the show and wake up to coffee on a balcony that smells like salt and morning. Keep that. It's real. But keep this too. The next time someone greets you by name you didn't offer, remember the network that made it smooth. The next time a hallway feels a degree cooler, notice your appetite jump. The next time a technical issue delays a tender, imagine the checklist it took to make the delay safer than the shortcut. Because once you know the secrets, you start to see the ship the way the crew does, as a living thing that needs constant care and quiet decisions. You'll hold the rail differently. You'll close one door before you open another. You'll thank the person who makes your bed like they kept your day from falling apart, because they probably did. You won't look at cruising the same way again. Not because the magic is broken, but because you finally understand the hands that hold it together. And when the horizon burns gold and the engines settle into that steady heartbeat, you'll feel it. The 2 worlds, above and below, moving as one. That's the biggest secret of all. And now you know it well enough to notice the next one waiting just around the corner.